The Gift of Life was formed in response to a crisis in obstetrical care in Montgomery. Montgomery and its surrounding counties were known as one of the worst areas in the nation to have a baby. Obstetricians were leaving, infant mortality and the number of low birth weight babies were rising. Hospitals were experiencing high numbers of walk-in deliveries, and the system of perinatal care was fragmented, uncoordinated, and in disarray. A coalition of concerned community leaders, private obstetricians, pediatricians, local hospitals, and city, county, and state government leaders formed to address the problem. Federal grant dollars and community funds were solicited and used as seed money to create the Gift of Life, the first managed maternity care program in the region. During Gift of Life's first year of operation, the organization applied for and was awarded the first Medicaid maternity waiver in Alabama, which allowed the Gift of Life to subcontract with health entities to provide pregnancy-related services for Medicaid-eligible recipients.
Until Medicaid became involved and was able to pay for the care for these young moms and their children, it was really a difficult time getting everybody together and making it work, and Medicaid really helped with that. It truly was a crisis here in Montgomery. As I said, there were young women about to have a baby, and they would show up the day of the birth, and no one would have ever seen that young mom to evaluate her, treat her, or do anything. So it was just a bad situation all around for everyone, the mothers, the babies in particular.
I worked labor and delivery at Baptist South back when we had ER of the day. And I was fortunate enough to just be in the right place at the right time, and all this with Gift of Life was coming down the pike, and they sent me to school to be a midwife, and I came back and I worked briefly for Baptist as a midwife, and then Gift of Life started. And I was with them from the time it started, June 1st of 1988. The situation before was not good with the ER delivery thing. Most of our patients didn't really even have, you didn't have the ability for inductions, for tubals, because nobody wanted to do it. Nobody wanted to take on that extra load. And when we started, we were able to just provide our patients with a lot more access to care.
Over the next 30 years, the Gift of Life experienced phenomenal growth. By 1999, it had expanded to 20 counties and was responsible for over 30% of Medicaid's maternity care program counties in Alabama. In 2000, the Gift of Life became the sponsoring entity for the Montgomery Campaign to Prevent Teen Pregnancy, which provided health education to area youth in partnership with Montgomery Public Schools. In 2009, the Gift of Life implemented the state of Alabama's first Nurse-Family Partnership Program, which pairs a registered nurse with a first-time mother and her family to help her have a healthier pregnancy, improve child health and development, and become more self-sufficient. In September 2014, the Gift of Life was awarded a 5-year Healthy Start grant from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Administration. In addition to providing support for the NFP program, the funding was used to launch the Gift of Life's successful family coaching programs, Parents as Teachers, Mobile Family Coaching, and the Fathers in Action initiative, which provide intensive support and resources to moms and their families. In 2015, Gift of Life opted out of Medicaid's maternity waiver program. At the program's conclusion, Gift of Life had coordinated over 6,000 Medicaid patient deliveries annually. Remaining true to its mission and core values, Gift of Life continues to provide support to families most at risk for infant mortality. Our home visitation and family coaching programs, community outreach, and family support services are an effective way to ensure that education, support, and the linkage to vital community services continues to strengthen Montgomery families.
Nurse Lori Gregory was like my point of contact. She was like a mentor to me. You know, I met her when I was a few months pregnant, and then she just had all this information, and she was like very motivational for me, and like was always telling me I could do stuff. And when I would call her in tears, she would always like comfort me and tell me I could. And then when I wanted to transition in my career, she just had so much information, and she actually helped me come up with a 2-year plan, a 5-year plan, and a 10-year plan. I'm proud to say, like, I'm really on course, like, thanks to Nurse Lori Gregory. But when I was first in the program, I was in my 2nd year of college at Alabama State. After the program, I had to make a tough decision because I felt like that the Lord had led for me to become a nurse. So I transferred from Alabama State, where I had a full scholarship, mind you, to Troy, Montgomery, where I had to pay. And I became an associate's nurse at first. After I finished that, I was able to get my bachelor's from AUM. And after finishing my bachelor's, I enrolled in the master's program at Auburn. And I recently just graduated with my master's in nursing education. I plan to go further and get my doctorate, but after a while, I think I need a break. I've been in school for a long time.
Some of the things we learned with Lori, and we absolutely love her, is she taught me a lot of different things about just development milestones, keeping us on target. Like, are we working with our children on the certain motor skills that they need to be accomplishing at this age? Or I was concerned about their weight. I have little tiny babies, so she was very helpful in easing my mind on some things about weight, as well as just, she's a great friend. You really develop a friendship in it. So it's beyond the education. It's really an awesome extra support to have in your life. Okay, some of the goals that I set and achieved during NFP was I still had about 9 months to go with my bachelor's degree, and that was a big concern of mine. I remember talking to Lori and even crying to her that, oh, this baby is going to get in the way of my school, and what, my life is over. I'm never going to achieve my dreams. And she just kept telling me, you know, you can do it, you can do it. And so I remember even pumping on campus in my car when 1,000 other people could probably see me and walk past. But, you know, with her support and my husband's support and everything, I was able to get my degree, and it worked out. And I did it with a 17-month-old. Like, he was 17 months old when I graduated, and he was there when I walked across the stage, and it was pretty awesome.
Oh my Lord, I love Miss Christie. I love Miss Melissa too. I love Miss Christie. Miss Christie was so motivating and helpful. And Miss Melissa, she was so bubbly. So I love Miss Melissa. She always smiling. She always smiling. Every time I see her, she was smiling. And she just, Miss Melissa actually encouraged me to go to college though. So I'm really thankful for Miss Melissa and Miss Christie.
Coming from a single parent background, I'm like, I thought being a dad would be tough, but Gift of Life has showed me that it's really not that tough. You just have to put your mind to it and you can do it. And what makes me stick around is I've made a great connection with Jesse, and Jesse is a very good counselor for me.
Gift of Life has definitely helped me become a better mom. Like, Bethany is everything. Like, from the moment that we met on till now, like, I grew a bond with her the same way he said with Jesse. I grew a bond with her. Those lesson plans really did help, because when she would come over, she would ask me, "Is Ryan crawling yet?" And one time she wasn't. I was like, she's not doing that. And she was like, don't worry. Within the next couple of days, she was doing that. And I texted her. I said, look, she crawling, or whatever it was. But and she definitely, it's definitely helped me a lot.
Since graduating college, my first year out, I was a 7th grade math teacher. And that was a beautiful opportunity that I never would have dreamed of having.
I started grad school, and then and so I was pregnant during grad school, and then I had my baby and went right back after my 6 weeks, and then graduated with my master's, and that was one of my biggest accomplishments.
Because of our work, infant mortality has been reduced. More private obstetricians accept low-income women. Teen pregnancy rates have decreased, and more women have access to prenatal care. In addition, countless families have been empowered with the knowledge and skills they need to become successful parents and help create a community where children thrive. Gift of Life Foundation, 30 years of building a better Montgomery, one mother, one baby, one family at a time.